Hopefully someone else will come. In attendance, we have Emily Hausman. My name is Sylvia Alexander. I'm the chair. We have Rita on EC.
Yeah.
Rita and Georgia, Jillian, and okay, so we have Emily, Sylvia. We have a form. First, we'd like to approve the minutes of January 23rd. Does anyone have any questions on them? Hearing none. All in attendance approve the minutes?
That is Georgia, yes.
We don't have, is the PMD the,
No, hers.
It's the what?
is that the, table?
That would be Horstman over here, and he's right
Yeah.
up top there. And that's David Kamen.
Yes, how are you?
PMD.
Let me ask, who are the initials PMD?
Hi, my name is Preeti, and I'm here with my son who's attending as a Boy Scout, and he has to just listen in. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Horstman?
You know, her attending as a Boy
Boy
Scout, her
Oh,
child,
the Boy
yeah,
Scout,
yeah.
Okay, will you, David?
Yes.
Being very familiar.
I'm sorry.
We have in receipt the SAFO application, which you put in for
Right.
April 27th for a spring festival and
Right.
homecoming. I don't think anyone has, this is your first time seeing it, right?
Yes, I'm just read through it now.
Just for those that don't have the application, it is for a street closing on Tippett Avenue between West 246th Street and College Road.
Yes.
And I have a question.
And just for
Is
the
there something you want to say about it?
yeah, just for the purposes that we're actually going to close the street up to our school line, the property line. So it's really not going to go all the way down to College Road, but we're going to have personnel down there so that the residents that are from the school line down to College Road have access to their property, no problem. So we'll have people there. We just really want to close the street for pedestrian traffic, because we're going to be utilizing the two fields, the alumni field, which is in the back of the school, and then the 4 acres field, which is up off of adjacent from that between Waldo and Tibbet, and then it's on 246th and College. I don't know if people are familiar with that field. So they have a staircase entrance from Tibbet Avenue across the street from our school. So people are going to be coming and going there. So we just want to keep the traffic closed for them to walk back and forth. The festival is really in lieu of our homecoming, which was canceled due to rain back in October. So the event is going to run from 10 to 7 p.m. and there's going to be about 2,000 people that'll be there throughout the day. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. We're not going to have any bouncy houses or vendors or anything like that. All the food's going to come from the school's cafeteria for the people. So it's really just closing it for pedestrian traffic. That's all we're concerned with. So the school is gonna
So you
take care
won't
of all
have
the
any food
notifications for
outside?
everybody. I'm sorry?
You're not gonna have any food outside, it's going to be only in the cafeteria?
Yeah, it's gonna be cafeteria food. Yeah, we're gonna take care of it that way. And it'll be on our property. Like we have a barbecue in the back that they do stuff for the school, so it's not going to affect anything like that. And we're not having any bouncy houses or any of that kind of stuff. So it's really just really for safety reasons that we wanted to close the street. We're going to handle the event with school personnel and security, and we're going to make all the notifications to the neighborhood right there through the Fieldston community and everything. So just any concerns you guys might have, you can ask me and I can try to address as best I can, but that should be about it. The crime prevention officer, as well as the community affairs officer, are aware of it in the 5-0 and have been notified, so.
Right, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Have the Fieldston property owners, been informed about this?
Yeah, we're gonna take care of that notification, yes.
Excuse me?
We're taking care of that notification, yes. Because we're part of the Fieldston community,
You haven't
so,
done it yet?
yeah. No, I don't think they've done it yet, but it will be done very shortly.
Okay, because that, really encompasses a lot of their property also.
Yeah, I know, we're very familiar, we're part of the community ourselves, so, we go through the channel, through the committee and everything over there, so it's not a problem.
Any questions? Anyone on screen have any questions?
I have a question. I don't have the SAPO application in front of me. How many people are you expecting?
About 2,000 throughout the day, between 10 and 7 p.m. They're not all gonna be there at once, they come and go. Yeah.
And the campus can accommodate whatever car the part I don't remember what the lots look like at Horace Mann. So I'm wondering.
Yeah, so we parked them around our school. So we have our property where Fieldston allows us to park the cars there as well as in our lots and everything. So we usually have many more people than that for graduation, and we are able to accommodate everybody. So it shouldn't be any inconvenience for the Fieldston community as far as that goes.
Thank you.
No problem.
Anyone else have a question?
Can I just ask, because they mentioned in the application that have they ever held this event before, and they said no.
Have you ever held that before?
So we usually have the homecoming in October, and but this specific spring event kind of thing, no, this is the first time I believe we're doing it because of the cancellation of our homecoming. So they didn't want the kids to miss out on it, so we're doing it in April instead. So I don't remember the original
And there's
date.
no problem when you did it in October?
When we do it in October, it's never an issue, no. Never had any problems. We usually do it every October for homecoming, but this year we couldn't because it was a very bad rainstorm, so they canceled it.
Okay, we need to vote on that. Those in favor of approving the application? Here, 2 here, 3 here. Rita? Georgia?
Yes, I would agree.
Okay, thank you. And Rita? You there?
Oh, well, she's on mute. Let me unmute. Let me unmute her.
She doesn't have her sound on. Can't count her as being in favor.
We have enough in
Can you
favor
hear, hear me? Hi.
Yes.
I'm voting
You
in favor
approve
of the event.
application for Horace Mann?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much. Okay, so it's unanimous.
All right, thank you very
Good
much.
time.
Thank you. And Farah, if you have any further questions down the line, you can feel free to email me, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions you might have.
Thank you
If
so
any-
much.
You're welcome.
Okay, great.
The next thing on the agenda is the discussion of the FY '26 capital and expense budget. Just to fill you in, the responses from the Office of Management and Budget in terms of the education items that we approved last year was basically go to your, speak to the agency, which we could have done without them. So I feel that that was really not an answer, and we'll try again this year because we have to do it, required by the charter. So I have to tell you that usually I sent out letters to the principals and solicited them to give me items, and unfortunately, Councilman Dinowitz sent out letters too, and they are more responsive than OMB. So I decided to not send the letters out, but to get in touch with the principals myself. That has proved, last year only one school responded with the letters. I have contacted 5 schools, and only one has responded. So I don't know where it's going to go, but I will continue to harass them and see if I can get something out of them. But it's getting more difficult all the time. PS 24 submitted a request, and that was for rehab of their playground. So I'm going to put that in. Last year, we had the auditorium rehab, and we did not get any money from OMB. However, Assemblyman Dinowitz gave them $250,000, so they're on their way. It costs a lot more to do the whole auditorium, but at least it's a beginning. And I spoke to the principal, and he thought it was okay to change the request to the playground because that's something they really need. They don't have the rubber surface. If a child falls, they fall on concrete, and it should update their the activities that are in there. So I think it's a good thing. So I'm going to do that. As far as the other schools, I have nothing to report. Hopefully by March I will. And that's that. Did anyone think about the budget and come up with something that you think that we should ask for?
Sylvia, I have a question.
Anything from, go ahead.
As someone else is speaking.
Last year's budget continue to be requested for this year that you think is still viable?
They seem, my impression from OMB's responses to my issues, they either say they don't have the money, or they say I should go back to the agency, but I think education is not most in their minds. They give money for transportation, they give money for housing, they give money for other things, and education doesn't seem to be one of them. However, the process is to include education, so I'm going through the motions, and if it ever happens, I'll be very surprised. So that's about it. However, someone went to the borough president's office this week for a meeting. Julie couldn't make it, and there was a governor's representative, and she mentioned that in the state budget, the governor has included mental health services for the children. It seems that the children are traumatized by the pandemic. They need help. They need therapy, and I don't think that DOE is doing a very good job. But if the money that is going into the state budget comes through and doesn't go into the pot and get lost, then any school can solicit the DOE for therapy. So that sounds like a very positive thing. I'm hoping that that will help. So, all I really have on the budget.
Sylvia, I have a question for you about the budget and budget requests. Can we put in anything for the libraries, or is it just education?
Yes, we do that. Last year we upheld the 2 years ago we upheld the requests to have the 6-day service continued. Last year we substituted the migrant services that the library extends to them in helping them get acclimated to the community, to actually the whole move that they've made from their base country, and that seems to be working well, right, Rebecca? So, were you thinking of anything in particular?
No, I mean, I'm thinking more of what you have mentioned with the 6 days. I think that's the biggest concern.
That some of the libraries, not in our district, but there was one in the Bronx on the Concourse where they had Sunday service, and that has been cut. So that's the only thing that has happened so far.
Right.
Yes,
We'll have
I could put that in to restore that. That in as an item. That's a good idea.
Rebecca, did you, I think you were good.
Yes, I can forward our budget season is going to start to kick off soon. We had some librarians go to Albany, I believe earlier this month, but we'll have a more formal request that we'll send shortly. Tony Marks made an announcement today, and there will be some testimony in front of the City Council, I believe March 12th or 13th. But I can forward that information from Government Relations to you.
Well, we need it for April, our deadline.
I'll reach out tomorrow.
Great, thank you. I had, as a speaker, I had, the first name is Nick. I don't remember his last name. He did a presentation. The Kingsbridge Historical Society took over the Edge Hill Church, and they are restoring the building. And I am in touch with him to give me an item that I can put on our budget as a cultural affair kind of thing to help them out. I'll try. It is a landmark building, so maybe they will consider that enough city, then they might give something, I don't know, but I'm putting that in as an item. Zimbowski. Thank you. I knew it was something with a B, but I didn't know. So that's for that. And just a coincidental thing. Dr. Phil, everybody knows who Dr. Phil is, right? And he was on the View program yesterday, and he kind of upset me because he has a very bad attitude about DOE, even worse than I. But said that the children have been suffering, developing social skills, mainly because of a few things. One of them is the cell phones, which came about in 2009, separates them from everyone, and also the pandemic. Children don't know how to socialize, and he thinks that's a very bad thing. And they had it at the end of the program, and luckily they all wanted to jump on it, and the commercial came on, and it was the end of the program. So I can imagine what probably was going to be the remark that people were making. Certainly what the children have gone through, aside from COVID, sick parents that sometimes died, all of this pandemic was with learning on the computers, which a lot of the kids couldn't do, and they couldn't go out because of the COVID. And even though children were kind of the least group that was going to get COVID, as he said, still separated from normal occurrence of being social. So the schools are dealing with a lot of mental illness, and hopefully what Governor Hochul is doing with the state money, that will kind of smooth everything over and give the kids a chance. Any questions?
No questions, Sylvia, but just to add to that, we were just talking at work today. I'm at CUNY at the City University of New York. We are feeling the effects of that with our freshman classes coming in, having gone through the high school and the pandemic. And there are issues with the development of academic and social skills, but also mental health issues that are affecting them personally, but it's also affecting them in the classroom, and sometimes masked as academic issues. So I just put that out there to say that I think that it's running across all ages.
Mm-hmm. Just thing that I caught in the newspaper, a woman, Ruth Gottesman, donated $1 billion to for free medical school at Albert Einstein College of Medicine. I think that's amazing. So she's 93 years old. Her husband was a Wall Street financier, and she has been involved with the Einstein for a while, and decided that was something that she wanted to do, and she's hoping that her husband would approve of it. So he's no longer here. So I thought that was interesting. Out there that talks with their money. One other thing that I wanted to mention, know that we have a committee on racial and equity, committee on racial equity. The chair is Margaret Della, and she has brought up an issue that she's very passionate about, as far as the hate crimes in the schools, and she feels that all of the committees should be involved in her issue because it spans many of the committees. And I'm telling you this because somewhere along the line, I'm going to have to address it because that's what we do. And I wanted you to know about it. Fortunately, it is happening. I know that in one of the middle schools, it happens during change of classes. The Israel-Hamas situation is one of the reasons. I don't think that racist things are going on because the schools have been mixed schools for a long time. I think it's something that they accept. So I think it's just that the emphasis is on either you're for Israel or you're for Palestine, or they don't regard Hamas to be such an issue because they don't understand the history of it. And see the pro rallies for Palestine on over the city. Although those people that are protesting are starting to be rowdy and they are being arrested, probably let go the next day, but they are trying to rope them in to make it a better situation. That will come up at some point.
Georgia has a question.
Oh, Georgia?
Yes.
Your hand is up?
Yes. I just wanted to make a suggestion. It just came to mind about the children, that's gone through a lot. And my thoughts were that if possible, maybe we could have like a doctor, have like a short class meaning maybe 30 minutes, if that could be also added to the curriculum, if the parents, of course, would go for that, just to talk to them or whatever.
That's a good idea. They have something like that at 141. They have like a committee made up of some children that who meet with the guidance counselors on specific days, and they are able to voice their issues, and that has worked very, very well. So with this money that is coming down from the state, I hope that they will have some doctors and professional people that can help the children with their issues. Kids now are really going through a great deal, and it's important to get it straightened out before they get to be adults, because that's going to follow them through life. So I hope that will be taken care of, although it's not in our purview to do that.
I understand.
Thank you, Georgia.
You're welcome.
Great. Rebecca is here, and so is Melissa from Staten Bible. Rebecca sent me the calendar and some of the programs from her branch, which is the Riverdale branch.
Okay.
And do you want to add something to that?
Sure. Was that helpful? is there anything else that you would like to have
Yeah, I'm gonna
included?
give it to, the office, because, I think that March is they're not doing a newsletter every month, but I think March is the time that they're going to do it, so, it'll get in there.
If there's any other information that you would like me to include, please let me know. So basically what I sent you was our calendar. We added Saturday story time, which was amazingly well attended. We had 20 toddlers, preschoolers, this past Saturday at Riverdale. And also in March, we're having a textile artist come to teach crochet on Saturday afternoons. But we have a lot of other programs going on. I also reached out to my fellow branch managers who could not be here. Cassandra Innocent from Jerome Park just want me to let you know that that her after-school program is going very well at Jerome Park. And Martha has a new program at Kingsbridge. First, she wanted to say thank you so much for the support during her closure. We were very fortunate to get that branch open way sooner than we anticipated. So Martha says, thank you for all of the support. And also she has a new program. I apologize. My cat keeps on trying to touch the computer. She has a new program on Mondays. Read with, I think it's Mudge, the therapy dog, which might be a very fun program on Monday afternoons for school-age children. But that's about it. I know that Melissa from Spite and Dive.
Grade is at,
Elementary school.
elementary school. Nice idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Everybody likes a dog.
Yes. Especially, sorry, again, my cat.
Are you done? I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh, I'm done. But
interrupt you.
I think Melissa's here. She might have some announcements from Spite and Dive.
Nothing new. I'm here because Aga couldn't make it today. And I like community board meetings. I don't know why. They're fun for me.
We're happy to have you.
Thanks. We don't really have anything super new that we haven't talked about yet going on at Spite and Dival. We do have the reading to a therapy dog program at our branch, Rebecca, and it's so much fun. It's not your branch that's doing it, right? It's a different branch?
No, it's
Okay.
Kingsbridge on Mondays.
Okay, that's great. It's like very competitive. Lots of kids want to do it. So it's really great that there's another one happening in the neighborhood. I love that. We have new adult programming. We've been doing an adult art program on Mondays. We just had our last session this past month, but we're going to see if we can get it again because it was very popular. So we're definitely trying to work on our adult programming. Children's programming continues. Story time on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, with Wednesday being our baby story time. But other than that, nothing new.
Sounds good to me. That's very fast. No old business. Is there any new business? Anyone want to bring anything up?
Hey, do you want to adjourn?
Adjourn, yes. Objection?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for coming in the rain. Thank you, Farah, for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Take care.
Night, everyone.
Have a good